Good evening. Let me invite you to the world of Mazda. Magda Węglewska, and this is Mazda News. It has been a very good year for Mazda in Europe, both in sales and financial terms. We have asked David McGonigal, the regional director at Mazda Central and Southeast Europe, for a short summary.
So if we look at the global picture for Mazda, in fiscal year March 2018, global sales volume was 1.63 million cars, which was up 5% from the prior year and the highest sales ever for Mazda. So if we look at Europe, in fiscal year ending March 2018, European sales were 242,000. This is a small increase on the prior year. Nearly two-thirds of our markets in Europe grew year on year, and only the others fell or stayed flat, mainly due to external factors such as industry decline or us choosing to focus on retail rather than the fleet business.
Mazda has also showed great performance in the Central and Eastern Europe.
In our Central and Southeastern region, and the 19 markets that we represent, we've seen significant growth with strengthening economics and growing car ownership over the last 3 years. We've gone from 23,000 car sales to 28,000 in the last fiscal year.
In 2017, Mazda's sales in the Central and Southeastern Europe amounted to 27,081 vehicles. The largest sales result, 11,426 of cars sold, was achieved by Mazda Poland. Here are the sales for specific models. Mazda 3 leads the pack, followed by SUV models. Mazda 6 continues to enjoy a strong position despite the segment D shrinking in the European markets. In the light of the first half year and available forecasts, this year Mazda is going to sell 27,613 units in the Central and Southeastern Europe. This is a 2% increase over 2017. The first half year brought an increase by 6% year by year. New Mazda CX-5 was most successful. It quickly won drivers' hearts following its premiere in 2017. Its sales grew by 2,000 year by year. It is worth stressing that Mazda has three strong sales pillars, followed closely by the flagship Mazda model, Mazda 6. These are the sales results in the first half of 2018 with a breakdown into specific models.
This is the end of the speculation on the best travel destinations for autumn. According to the rank recently published by the Slow Road magazine, the most wonderful destination this year is Montenegro.
Montenegro is one of the youngest Balkan states. Even though its history dates back to the 15th century, it became an independent state following a referendum in 2006. The name Montenegro has been used as early as the Middle Ages, and the legend has it that it is associated with the Lovsan Mountain, whose forest-covered peak seemed dark, almost black to wanderers. Although it is 37 times as small as Spain and has a population of mere 620,000 people, Montenegro is considered one of the most beautiful places on Earth. Some call it the Wild Beauty, because in Montenegro, the adventure begins as soon as you take the first turn. This country combines all things beautiful: sea, mountains, amazing culture, folklore, and touristic attractions. The Massif of Dermitor has 22 peaks above 2,200 meters each. The Tara River is 144 kilometers long and is the longest river in Montenegro. Montenegro has one of 30 most beautiful bays, the Kotorska Bay, and the deepest canyon of the old continent called Tara. It is located in the National Dermitor Park and is 1,300 meters deep at its lowest point. Montenegro also comes with some contrast. It has almost 120 beaches, which can accommodate up to 300,000 visitors a day, and the highest town in the southeastern Europe, Zabiak. One of the oldest cities in Montenegro is Budva. Located on the Adriatic coast and dating back to the 5th century BC, Montenegro is full of other charming towns and cities, though. One of the most important towns is beautiful Sveti Stefan, whose walls would once provide protection against Turkish invasion. Today, there is a luxury hotel there, which hosts major VIPs from around the world. The hotel has drawn stars such as Claudia Schiffer, Sylvester Stallone, and Robert De Niro, who opened a restaurant here. On her visit to Sveti Stefan, Sophia Loren said, "It's just as if I have returned to town from the most beautiful fairy tale of my childhood." Montenegro is also a country of cats. Don't be surprised if you see them everywhere around you, in front of shops, stalls, market squares, beaches, and even in your chair at the hotel terrace. Why have they come to like this place so much? Probably because of the freedom you can feel here and nowhere else.
Now, the news from the world of Mazda. The latest version of the flagship model of Mazda 6 is entering the market. Let's see why it is so exceptional.
The design theme of the new Mazda 6 is mature elegance, and there's three things we did on the front of the car to make the car more mature and elegant. First of all, we improved on the brand expression by giving the signature wing more prominence and making it more three-dimensional. We also moved the mesh more backwards, so overall we have a stronger family face. And secondly, all the elements on the front, so signature wing, headlamps, and the chrome parts, the gravity center of them, we moved all down, creating a more horizontal and a more stable image. And then last but not least, we improved on the craftsmanship by redesigning the grille mesh, but most of all by redesigning the inside of the lamps, the LED lamps, which now have a really strong light signature, which you will see on all our cars in the future.
Interior design is combined with attention to the smallest details. Every journey becomes a very special experience.
The interior of the new Mazda 6 has been completely redesigned, of course also based on the design theme of mature elegance. And we've done that by reproportioning the instrument panel, by having a dark top area and a lower colored area, flowing really beautiful into the door. Now, in this case, the lower colored area is the brown finish. It's a suede-like material, which has a beautiful shine to it, which was inspired by Japanese craftsmanship. All of this underlined with our beautiful satin chrome, making the width of the car even stronger. And last but not least, we have the real wood decoration panel. It's a sandwood from Japan, which has been finished with a dark lacquer. Also, the seats have been completely redesigned. They received a wider and thicker padding for better comfort and posture. And on the leather seats, we have a very first for Mazda, which is the ventilated seat system, which of course gives you more comfort when driving in hot climates.
Eye-catching design is one of the main features of new Mazda 6. Let's ask Gerald Radauer about the engine updates. Gerald?
With our engines, we are now compliant with the new EU Euro 60 temp regulation. On the one hand, we improved our 2.5-liter engine, whereas now the engine is equipped with a cylinder deactivation. On the other hand, on the high-power diesel, we are now able to offer more performance. We have 184 horsepower compared to 175. In addition to that, also the torque improved to 445 Newton-meter.
The new Mazda 6 is also refined in terms of functionality and premium equipment. Which new features might be the most important for Mazda 6 owners?
We have a lot of new equipment features which we are able to offer to our customers. On the one hand, we have a 360 top-view monitor, which makes parking easier than before. In addition to that, we have now a head-up display projected into the windscreen, which is already available from the first grade onwards, and combined with the digital meter set.
The new Mazda 6 has more mature, elegant, and refined exterior design. extensive interior revisions including completely new front and rear seating, availability of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, boosted performance of all Skyactiv powertrains, increased body rigidity, steering and suspension systems revision, greater aerodynamic efficiency and reduced NVH, improved safety technologies, Mazda radar cruise control with stop and go and a 360-degree view monitor.
It is delicious, aromatic, nourishing, and healthy. We are talking about Balkan cuisine, which is taking the world by storm. It turns out that its ingredients may also boost our satisfaction.
Montenegro's cuisine reflects the beauty of this country and, just as Montenegro, offers great variety. See it for yourself and visit local stalls with fruit, cheese, meat, and seafood. One of traditional Montenegro dishes is Najgutski steak. Its ingredients include pork meat, pork prosciutto, home cheese, and fresh vegetable from the north of Montenegro.
This week, on the roads of Montenegro, we can admire Mazda 6, as well as CX-3 and CX-5, and the legendary roadster MX-5. Each of them has gained a new version.
Let's start with Mazda CX-3, which has been significantly upgraded and features the highest quality of materials, new colors and design, as well as an armrest in the standard version. Another major change is the high NVH reduction, which makes driving experience much more enjoyable. The CX-5 model now comes with a 360-view monitor and 4 independent cameras on the front, back, and the sides of the car. The changes have also been made in Mazda MX-5, famed for its superb driving performance. Following the improvements in drive system, the model gained 24 PS, maximum horsepower increased to 184 PS at 7,000 RPM.
The latest Mazda models can already be seen on the roads of Montenegro. Just watch for them. Now let's cover something that might give headaches to a number of tourists, especially on the day after. We are talking about alcohol, which is part of Montenegro's tradition. How and what do you drink in Montenegro? Let's check it out.
The alcoholic driving line in Montenegro runs between the Rocky Highlands and the coastline. On the Adriatic, people usually drink beer and local wine produced between the lakes Scutari and Semovo Plateau. Montenegro's largest vineyard is the Sipkanik vineyard near Podgorica. It is here that Montenegro's most popular wine is produced. It is called Vranac. All of the wine fans should definitely try the year 2011, called the Golden Year here. Montenegro people also love Niksiko Pivo beer from the unique Niksik brewery. However, the most important alcohol in Montenegro is undoubtedly rakia. It is mainly made of sugar-rich fruit such as grapes, plums, and figs, with traditional recipes being passed from generation to generation.
Oh yes, Montenegro is as beautiful as it is joyful. Mind you, though, you need to be responsible while having fun. The local police fines not just drunk drivers, but also passengers. The fines are up to 150 euros. That's all for today. Thank you and enjoy your stay with Mazda in Montenegro.